The scent of fake rain, a mix of water and that distinct Los Angeles dust, filled the air on the soundstage. It was the final day of filming the Feathers music video, and Sabrina Carpenter was about to tackle the most emotionally demanding scene, the tears in the bathroom. The director, a calm and encouraging presence, had called last looks. The makeup artist, Mia, darted in, her touch light and practiced. She didn't repowder Sabrina's face. Instead, she carefully dotted a tiny amount of Vaseline under her eyes, a trick to help real tears bead and roll photogenically. "You good, Sab," Mia whispered, her voice barely audible over the low hum of the set. Sabrina nodded, meeting her own gaze in the mirror of the ornate, pink-tiled bathroom set. The lights were blinding, reflecting back a version of herself that was both familiar and a character. This wasn't Sabrina the pop star anymore. This was the raw, betrayed heart of the song personified. "All right, Sabrina," the director's voice came through the quiet. "We're rolling in 30. Just remember, it's not about crying. It's about trying not to cry and failing. We're right here with you." The slate snapped. Feathers, Scene 7, Take 1. Silence descended, thick and heavy. The camera operator, a silhouette behind a glowing monitor, shifted slightly. Sabrina leaned into the sink, her knuckles turning white as she gripped the cool porcelain. She let the lyrics run through her head, not the melody, but the meaning, the sting of deception, the weight of disappointment. The first take was technical. She summoned the emotion, a practiced tremble of the lip, but the tears didn't come. "Cut," the director called gently. "That was great, the build-up was perfect. Let's reset and go again." Between takes, the atmosphere on set was a strange mix of professionalism and intimacy. Someone handed her a water bottle. Her assistant, sitting just off camera, gave her a small, supportive smile. There was no pressure, only a collective holding of breath, willing the moment to happen. Take 3. Sabrina dug deeper. She thought of the vulnerability the song demanded, of times in her own life where a smile had been a shield. She focused on the feeling of a single, hot tear welling up, the physical manifestation of a breaking point. She felt the prickling behind her eyes, the tightness in her throat. A single, perfect tear welled in the corner of her eye, catching the light. It trembled for a heart-stopping moment on her lower lash before tracing a slow, clean path down her cheek. Cut. "Beautiful, Sabrina, just beautiful. Let's get one more for safety." But the dam had broken. As they reset for take 4, the emotion from the previous take lingered, closer to the surface now. When the director called, "Action!" again, Sabrina didn't have to search for it. The feeling was right there. She dropped her head, her blonde hair curtaining her face, and this time, the tears came not as a single, cinematic drop, but as a quiet, real wave. She didn't sob. It was quieter than that, more devastating. Her shoulders shook slightly, and the tears fell freely, smudging the carefully applied mascara that Mia had known wouldn't survive the scene. The camera, intimately close, captured it all, the shaky inhale, the way she bit her lip to stop its trembling, the raw, unvarnished truth of the moment. Cut, and, print, that's the one. The word, cut, seemed to break a spell. The moment the intense lights dimmed slightly, a wave of applause erupted from the small crew gathered around the monitor. They weren't clapping for a performance, they were clapping for her courage. Sabrina immediately looked up, her tear-streaked face breaking into a watery, embarrassed laugh. "Oh my God," she choked out, wiping at her cheeks with the back of her hands. Mia was there in an instant, not with makeup wipes, but with a soft, dry tissue, dabbing gently. "You did it," she murmured. "You absolutely nailed it." The director came over, placing a hand on her shoulder. "Sabrina, that was incredible. Thank you. That's the heart of the whole video right there." Later, as BTS footage rolled, the mood had completely shifted. Sabrina, now in a cozy robe, her face clean and fresh, grinned at the camera her videographer was holding. "And that," she said, pointing a thumb back towards the now dark bathroom set, "was emotionally taxing." She laughed, the sound light and free, a stark contrast to the quiet anguish of hours before. "No, but seriously, it's wild. You have to go to this really vulnerable place, and then as soon as they say, cut, you have to be like, so, what's for lunch?" She looked back at the set, a thoughtful expression on her face. "You know, those tears, they weren't just for the character. A little bit of me is in there, too. A little bit of everyone who's ever felt that way. It's scary to show that to the world, but it's also real." The BTS video would end with a shot of the monitor, playing back the final, tear-streaked take. And right beside it, you could see the real Sabrina, watching her own vulnerability, not with embarrassment but with a quiet pride. It was a behind-the-scenes look that revealed the true magic, not the fake rain or the beautiful sets, but the brave, beating heart of an artist, willing to break a little to make something beautiful.